Look, what I say to the RMT is to come back round the table to talk to TfL. TfL have been ready, willing and able to speak to the RMT. ACAS have been happy to host. Other unions have accepted that the night tube needs to return. Other unions have accepted the importance of the night tube to London's economy, to London's nighttime economy, but also for the safety of women and girls. The Victoria Line and Central Line will be running tonight and tomorrow night during the night. I'm just disappointed that the RMT have decided not to turn up for work. They're on strike. There is disruption today on public transport. We think 6 out of 10 services are running, which is fantastic. I want to thank all the transport workers who have turned up to work today, tomorrow, and during the course of the night and Saturday as well. Well, no, I think with the government it's quite clear. We've got 16 days now until the money they gave us for the short-term deal runs out. Unless the government gives TfL the support we need. The only reason why we need this support is because of the pandemic. We'll need to make massive cuts to tubes, buses, but also ordering new stuff, and that will affect not just London's economy, which is crucial for our national recovery, but it will affect economies around the country where there are the skilled staff and the factories that make our buses and our trains and our taxis and our bikes. Well, look, TfL is the world's finest transport authority, and before the pandemic, under my chairmanship, we reduced our deficit by 71%, increased cash balances by 16%, took out £1 billion worth of costs from TfL. For the first time ever, we weren't making a loss every year. The only reason we have these challenges is because of the pandemic. Londoners did the right thing. They stayed at home rather than going to their offices. That meant that fares plummeted for TfL. In the absence of fares, the only way we can have revenues is from the government. And what I'd say to the government is, to understand that we don't get a national recovery without a London recovery. We don't get a London recovery without TfL firing on all cylinders. It's in the national interest to make sure TfL is up and running properly.
Right, good to see you, sister. Good to see you. Good to see you.
Hello, how are you?
Yes, hi.
Hi, Sadiq.
Great to have you here.
The membership base sort of thing. People really enjoy
Word of mouth, how do people know about it?
it. Mixture of all the community groups across the whole of the borough, and Lambeth as well.
Yeah, I saw that, Kennington.
Yeah, we're working with schools there, and then the other school we work with, and then pick it up.
Where's the surplus food coming from?
It's not just that.
I was a governor here for many years.
I know you are. Yeah.
Just like your dad used to do. I'm happy to make sure happen that we're not just any fresh food, culturally appropriate food from a local. We source the produce from a farm just outside in Sussex, just outside of London, where they actually grow really well.
Good to see. Hi everyone.
People downstairs that need to be
So people the MD for Battersea, Flair's the MD for Putney, and Kemi's the boss woman. So who's going?
5,
4,
3, 2, 1.
Our mayor, Sadiq Khan.
And one of the most heartbreaking things about being a Londoner is, yes, we are the greatest city in the world and one of the wealthiest cities in the world, but there's still a huge amount of poverty and inequality in our city. And what Kemi's doing is not sitting on her hands or just moaning about it, she's doing something about it. And that's what the food bus is about. I want to thank Feeding Britain for their partnership. I want to thank all those involved in making this a success. So we in City Hall, my Deputy Mayor Jules Piper's here, we're really keen to help Kemi's project, because the idea is really simple. The idea is you take affordable food, you take fresh fruit, fresh vegetables to those parts of our city where Londoners haven't got access.